Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the Medieval History Previous Year Questions Part 4. So in today's session, we are going to discuss this particular topic in which we are going to discuss some of the important kingdoms and dynasties of the medieval history. In the last sessions, we discussed about the Delhi Sultanate, Sufism and Bhaktism, and in today's session, we are going to discuss further related to it. So we will see that what are the type of question that has been asked in the previous years and what kind of question we can expect in the upcoming exams. So before we start, the topics which we are going to cover in this session are the Mughal period. So before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So first question that we have is Daulat Khan sent the messenger for his allegiance in return for providing aid to Babur against Emperor Dash in Kabul. So it was a conspiracy that was created by a particular person and against whom it was created. So options are Ibrahim Lodi, Sikandar Lodi, Ghazi Khan Lodi or Behlul Lodi. So take your time. So the answer is Ibrahim Lodi. So the story behind is particularly that after Sikandar Lodi, his youngest son became the king. That was Ibrahim Lodi, and he was infamous for his behavior against the people of his surroundings, and that is why one of the persons who was his relative was Daulat Khan Lodi. He was so envied from him that he particularly sent the messenger of his allegiance return to provide aid to Babur, that was a enemy at that time to the Lodi dynasty, against Emperor Ibrahim Lodi. The first battle of Panipat was fought between Ibrahim Lodi and Babur, in which Ibrahim Lodi was defeated and was killed by Babur. So do remember the answer is Ibrahim Lodi. So that's the answer. Let's move to the other one. Which term was used to denote poll tax on non-Muslim subjects during the reign of the Mughal Empire? Options are Sharia, Safi-I, Jahiliya or Jizya. So take your time. And the answer of this question is Jizya. So jizya was a type of tax imposed on non-Muslims who lived in states governed by the Muslim ruler. Jizya tax was initiated by Qutbuddin Aibak earlier. Later on, it was implemented in particularly if we talk about the starting of jizya. So it was introduced in Indian subcontinent in the regions of Multan and Sindh by the Arab invasions, and that was Muhammad bin Qasim. And later on in India, in the Indian subcontinent, it was introduced by Qutbuddin Aibak. Later on, Firoz Shah Tughlaq particularly reintroduced this tax on Brahmins as well. And later on, in 1564, the third Mughal emperor Akbar abolished the jizya. In 1679, Aurangzeb decided to impose jizya on non-Muslim subjects in lieu of military service, a decision that was widely criticized by many Hindu rulers and Mughal court officials. And later on, in 1712, the jizya tax was completely abolished by Jahandar Shah. So remember, that was the story of jizya tax in India. What was the real name of Babur? Options are Salim, Khurram, Nasiruddin or Zahiruddin. So take your time and try to answer this question, very important one. And I guess the answer you are giving is right. So the answer is Zahiruddin. So the real name of Babur was Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur. His name is driven from the Persian word Babar, which means tiger. He was the founder of the Mughal dynasty in India. He was born on 14th February 1483. In 1526, Babur won the first battle of Panipat against the Ibrahim Lodi, the Lodi king. He captured Delhi and founded the greatest dynasty of North India, the Mughal Empire. He died on 26th of December 1530 in Agra. He wrote his autobiography, The Babar Nama. So Zahiruddin was the person who was famously known as Babar, and he came from Kabul, and later on he was buried in Agra. But later on they came to know that he wanted to be buried in Kabul. So later on later in the Mughal Empire he was shifted from Agra to Kabul. That is why he was also known as the king who was buried twice. Firstly in Agra, then later on in Kabul in Arambagh. So remember his name. His real name was Zahir-Uddin Muhammad Babar. Humayun Nama provides a glimpse into the world of Mughals. Who wrote this book? Very important question. Try to find out the answers. Options are Jahanara Begum, Nadira, Gulbadan Begum, or Abul Fazl. So try to find out the answer, guys. And your answer is right. The answer is Gulbadan Begum. So Humayun Nama is the biography of the famous emperor Humayun Nama, Humayun, written by his sister Gulbadan Begum. Remember, his autobiography was written by his sister, and his tomb was built by his wife. That was uh, Haji Begum. Though this book one gets a lot of information about Babur and Humayun, major books of Mughal era and their authors. Shah Jahanama, Inayat Khan. Remember this book, very important. Alamgir Nama, that was written by Kazim. Muntakhab ut Tariq Abdul Qadir. Akbar Nama, Ain Akbari, written by Abul Fazl. So remember, Gulbadan Begum was the one who wrote Humayun Nama, autobiography of Humayun. When did Babur defeat Ibrahim Lodi? Very simple question. So just give the answer fast. And I guess your answer is right. So the answer is 1526. So on 21st April 1526, Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat and quickly occupied Delhi despite vast and superior troops. Ibrahim Lodi lost in the battle due to Babur's superior strategy and use of artillery. The first battle of Panipat marked the foundation of Mughal Empire in India. Battle of Khanwa, 1527, Babur defeated Rana Sanga, Mewar and his allies. Battle of Gagra in 1529, Babur defeated the joint forces of Afghan and Sultanate of Bengal. Before that, in 1528, he also fought a battle of Chanderi that was against Medini Rai, who was also a friend of um, Rana Sanga, and he was there to take the particular revenge of his friend. And later on, this was the battle that was fought between Humayun and Sher Shah Suri. So Humayun was defeated by Sher Shah Suri in two battles. One is Chausa, and the other one is Kannauj. So Battle of Chausa and Battle of Kannauj, 1539 and 1540 respectively. Identify the options that arrange the chronology of Mughal emperors in the correct order. So options are in front of you. So Jahangir, Shahjahan, Akbar, Aurangzeb, Akbar, Aurangzeb, Shahjahan, Jahangir, Akbar, Shahjahan, Jahangir, Aurangzeb, Akbar, Jahangir, Shahjahan, Aurangzeb. So take your time and try to find out the answer. And I guess the answer you are giving is right. So the answer is Akbar, Jahangir, Shahjahan, Aurangzeb. So the chronology of the Mughal emperors in the correct order. First is Babur. Babur ruled from 1526 to 1530. Humayun ruled from 1530 to 1540, again 1555 to 1556. Akbar 1556 to 1605. Jahangir 1605 to 1627. Shah Jahan 1628 to 1658. Aurangzeb 1658 to 1707. So this was particularly the chronology of these kings, and remember these are the early Mughals. Later on, after Aurangzeb, he died in 1707, and after that Bahadur Shah first became the king, and that was the time known as the later Mughals from 1707 to 1857. So this was all about this. Babur was considered as Ghazi after winning in which battle? Options are Battle of Kabul, Battle of Panipat, Battle of Khanwa, Battle of Ghagra. So take your time and try to find out the answer. And I think you are right. The answer is Battle of Khanwa. So Battle of Khanwa was the one where Babur was considered as Ghazi. Why this battle was important? Because this was the first battle that was fought between the Rajputs and the Mughals. And if we talk about this battle, so after defeating Rana Sanga, the king of Mewar, on 17th March 1527, the Battle of Khanwa, Babur assumed the title of Ghazi. So particularly Battle of Khanwa was very important. During this battle, he also gave the war cry of Jihad. Who was the founder of Mughal Empire? Very simple question. Give the answer fast. And the answer is Babur. So Babur was the founder of Mughal dynasty in India. In 1526, Babur reigned from 1526 to 1530. And after him, Humayun became the king. Battle of Khanwa was fought between whom? So Babur, Rana Sanga, Humayun Sher Shah Suri, Humayun Nasiruddin Nusrat Shah, or Akbar and Rana Sanga. So take your time and try to find out the answer, guys. And you're right. The answer is Babur and Rana Sanga. So it was a first battle between the Mughals and the Rajputs, and the Battle of Khanwa was fought between the Mughal Emperor Babur and Rajput King Rana Sanga in the year 1527. And after this battle, particularly, Babur fought with Medini Rai in Battle of Chanderi, and then finally in 1529 at the Battle of Ghagra, where he defeated the remaining allies of Lodi and Afghani forces. So remember, Babur defeated Rana Sanga in this battle. When did Babur first invade India? 1519, 1521, 1544, 1535. So take your time and answer this question. And the answer is right. The answer is 1519. So Babur invaded India first time in 1519 against the Yusufzai community. In this battle, Babur captured Bazaur and Behra. He was the founder of Mughal dynasty in India. So in 1519, Babur was the first who invaded India. After being established in November 1525 in Lahore, Babur met Ibrahim Lodi 80 kilometers away from Delhi on 21st April dash. So in which year they met and they fought the battle? So options are 1526, 1521, 1527, 1519. Take your time. And I guess the answer you are giving would be right. So the answer is 1526. Very simple. On 21st April 1526, the first battle of Panipat started in which Babur emerged victorious, after which Babur established Mughal dynasty in India. So this was the time when Babur was the one who came to India and established his empire, that is the Mughal Empire. And later on, this empire prevailed in India for approximately 3 centuries, and from 1526 to 1857. Battle of Khanwa was fought in which year? Options 1521, 1527, 1529, 1525. Very simple. Try to find out the answer, guys. And I guess the answer is you are giving is quite right. So the answer of this question is 1527. So Battle of Khanwa was fought on 17th March 1527 between the Mughal Emperor Babur and Rajput ruler Rana Sanga. In this battle, Babur emerged victorious and hence assumed the title of Ghazi. So 1527, first time the Mughals and Rajputs were in front of each other, and in this battle, Babur defeated the Rajput ruler Rana Sanga. Who has established the Mughal Empire in 1526? Babur, Genghis Khan, Daulat Khan Lodi, or Ibrahim Lodi? So take your time and try to find out the answer. And I guess you are giving the right answer. The answer is Babur. So in 1526, Babur had defeated the last ruler of Lodi dynasty, Ibrahim Lodi, in the first battle of Panipat, Haryana, and established the Mughal Empire in India. Babur was the fifth descendant of Timur from his father's side and 14th descendant of Genghis Khan from his mother's side. He had written his autobiography named as Tujuke Babri or Babarnama in Turkish language. So especially if we talk about the language, that was Chagatai Turkish, and it was written by Babur. That is why it was very difficult to understand. Later on, it was translated into the Persian language by Abdul Rahim Khane Khana, and then they came to know that particularly he wanted to be buried in Kabul. That is why he was shifted from Agra to Kabul. So remember his name, Babur, and he defeated Ibrahim Lodi to establish the Mughal Empire. In which year the first battle of Panipat was fought? Options are 1626, 1706, 1526 or 1500. So try to find out the answer, guys. And I guess you have find out the answer of this question. So in which year the first battle of Panipat was fought? And the particular year in which the battle of Panipat was fought was 1526. On 21st April 1526, Babur had defeated the last ruler of Lodi dynasty, Ibrahim Lodi, in the first battle of Panipat. There are two more battles of Panipat. One is the second battle of Panipat and the third battle of Panipat. Second battle of Panipat was fought between Akbar and Hemchandra Vikramaditya. And the third battle of Panipat was later on. It was fought later on in 1761, and that was fought between Marathas and Ahmad Shah Abdali, an Afghani ruler. So that was a different thing. And Babur was the fifth descendant of Timur from his father's side and 14th descendant of Genghis Khan from his mother's side. He had written his autobiography named as Tujuke Babri or Babarnama in Turkish language, that is Chagatai Turkish. So remember, the first battle of Panipat was fought in 1526. Where did the first battle of Panipat fought? So was it fought in Haryana, Jammu Kashmir, Punjab or Rajasthan? I just think it is simple. So try to give the answer, guys. And you're right. The answer of this question is Haryana. So in 1526, Babur defeated the last ruler of Lodi dynasty, Ibrahim Lodi, in the first battle of Panipat, established the Mughal Empire in India. Babur was the fifth descendant of Timur from his father's side and 14th descendant of Genghis Khan from his mother's side. He had written his autobiography named as Tujuke Babri or Babarnama in Turkish language. So the first battle of Panipat was fought in Haryana, and it was fought between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi. It was a short battle. Babur used artillery for the first time in this battle, and Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi to establish the empire that is known as the Mughal Empire. Battle of Ghagra was fought in dash 1523, 1529, 1525, 1526. Very simple question. Try to find out the answer. So basically, Babur fought four battles in India. after he came to India in 1526. The first was the first battle of Panipat. It was 1526. Second battle of Khanwa, 1527. Then Battle of Chanderi, 1528, and last Battle of Ghagra in 1529. So the answer is 1529. In 1529, the Battle of Ghagra was fought between Mahmud Lodi and brother of Ibrahim Lodi, head of Afghan chief, with the support of Nusrat Shah of Bengal and Babur, in which Babur had defeated the Mahmud Lodi. So do remember that Battle of Ghagra was fought in 1529. Which of the following dynasty rulers were not called as Sultan? Options are Lodi, Khilji, Mughals, or Tughlaq. So take your time and try to give the answer of this question, guys. So there is a difference between the word called Sultan or Emperor. If you are taking the name Sultan, then that means the person is taking the license to rule a particular territory from the Khalifa, who is based in Saudi Arabia. And that particular person is known as Sultan. As if you have heard about Iltutmish, that he took the title of Sultan. Alauddin Khilji, he took the title of Sultan. Okay, so these type of things you must have heard about them. But if you hear about the Mughals, so you have never heard that any Mughal ruler was ever called Sultan. They were called emperors because they never took any license or any approval from any Khalifa all over the world. And that is why the Mughal dynasty was particularly consist of emperors and not sultans. So Mughal dynasty rulers were not called as sultan in the history of India. The title of sultan was started by the Turkish ruler. The first ruler who held the title of Sultan was Mahmud of Ghazni. And if we talk about Delhi Sultanate, the first person or first king who took the title of Sultan was Iltutmish, because Qutbuddin never took the title of Sultan. He was the slave of Gauri and he remained as that one. So remember, the Mughals are not called as sultans. Which of the following is the reverse sequence because before the last of the Mughal rulers who ruled the Indian subcontinent? Akbar, Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb, Bahadur Shah II, Aurangzeb, Bahadur Shah II, Shah Jahan, Akbar, Bahadur Shah II, Aurangzeb, Shah Jahan, Akbar, Akbar, Aurangzeb, Shah Jahan, Bahadur Shah II. So remember, they are asking in the reverse sequence. So try to find out the answer of this question. So guys, if they are asking in the reverse sequence, so in reverse sequence, that means they are talking about that the last ruler and coming to the earlier one. So according to that, the answer would be C, Bahadur Shah II, Aurangzeb, Shah Jahan, Akbar. So reverse order of the Mughal emperors who ruled the Indian subcontinent would be as follows. First is Bahadur Shah II or Zafar from 1837 to 1857. Then Aurangzeb 1658 to 1707. Then came the Shah Jahan 1628 to 1658, and then Akbar 1556 to 1605. So this was the chronology in the reverse sequence. Bahadur Shah Zafar was the last ruler of Mughal emperor, as we call him. He was the one who particularly led the revolt of 1857 when he was asked to be the leader from the sepoys of mutiny, and particularly after that he led them with the help of his Sipe Salar, that was Bakht Khan. But later on 20th September 1857, he was arrested from Humayun's tomb. His children were killed, and later on he was shifted from Delhi to Rangoon, where he was kept in Rangoon jail. And there he died, and he is the one of the king of Mughal emperor, Mughal empire, whose tomb is found in Rangoon. So remember his name. Mughal Empire was established by whom? Options are Babur, Humayun, Akbar, or Shah Jahan. So this is a simple question. Try to give the answer. And I guess your answer is right because the answer you would be giving is Babur. So in 1526, Babur had defeated the last ruler of Lodi dynasty. In 1526, he came on 21st of April and fought with Ibrahim Lodi when he was asked to be present in India by Daulat Khan Lodi and some other rulers. He defeated Ibrahim Lodi, and after defeating Ibrahim Lodi, he particularly created his empire. Later on, the people who called him also fought with him, and the Battle of Khanwa, Chanderi, and Ghagra were fought in the upcoming years. And that is how he defeated all of them and established the Mughal Empire in India. Later on 26th of December 1530, he died, and after him, the Humayun became the king or the ruler of Mughal Empire. So Mughal Empire in the Indian subcontinent, the first battle of Panipat was fought, and Babur used artillery for the first time in this battle. Remember that as well. Which Mughal emperor original name was Zahiruddin Muhammad? Options are Humayun, Akbar, Babur, or Aurangzeb. So try to give the answer of this question, guys. You have your time. And I guess the answer you are giving is quite right because the which Mughal emperor original name was Zahiruddin Muhammad. We just did this question earlier in this session. So the answer of this question will be Babur. So out of the following options, Babur had the full name is Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur, and he was particularly from Fargana, originally from Fargana. He controlled the area of Samarkand as well and Fargana. But later on, after betrayal from his own family and defeat from his own family, he moved to Tashkent. Later on, in 1504, he gained the control over Kabul. And after that, particularly, his eyes were on the target, that was India. And when he was called upon as a ally by Daulat Khan Lodi and some other rulers, he didn't even think twice about that, and he came to India in 1526 and defeated Ibrahim Lodi. And then he established the empire that was the Mughal Empire. Who built the Shahi Royal Road to strengthen and consolidate his empire from the Indus Valley to the Sonar Valley, and it was renamed the GT Road during the British period. Options are Aurangzeb, Sher Shah Suri, Bahadur Shah Zafar, or Alam Shah. So take your time and try to find out the answer. And I guess the answer you are giving is right. So the answer of this question is Sher Shah Suri. So Sher Shah Suri constructed the Shahi Royal Road to strengthen and consolidate his empire from the Indus Valley to the Sonar Valley in Bengal. This road was renamed as the Grand Trunk Road during the British period, connecting Calcutta and Peshawar. Sher Shah Suri, earlier known as Sher Khan, and particularly if we talk more about him, so his real name was Farid, and he was the particular ruler who gained control of Bengal, and later on he defeated Humayun in 1539 and 1540 in Battle of Chausa and Battle of Kannauj, and he was the one who exiled the Mughal Empire from India for 15 years, from 1540 to 1555. Later on, he died in 1545 while he was on his expansion in the Kalinjar fort, and there, particularly, he died in an explosion. Later on, Humayun came back in 1555, defeating Sikandar Shah, and in 1556, Humayun also died after falling from the stairs. So remember, Sher Shah Suri was the one who is particularly built the GT road. Earlier, during the ancient time, this road was also known as the Uttar Path. So remember that point as well. Uttar Path was the particular path that was created by Mauryas during the ancient history time. Who built the Shahi Road connecting the Indus Valley with the Sonar Valley? Options are Akbar, Humayun, Shah Jahan, Sher Shah Suri. Take your time. So Sher Shah Suri constructed the Royal Road to strengthen and consolidate his empire from Indus Valley to Sonar Valley in Bengal. The road was renamed as GT Road during the British period, connecting Calcutta to Peshawar. So Sher Shah Suri is commemorated to provide this thing. He is also known as the father of modern currency in India because he introduced two new currencies. One is rupiah and another one is dam. And his rule was also known as the most safe rule because particularly during his time, not even a single penny was theft or not even a single crime was done during his time because he has particularly managed all the things very efficiently. Sher Shah Suri was earlier known as Farid and later also known as Sher Khan. And he was the contemporary of Humayun, but later on he defeated him in Battle of Chausa and Battle of Kannauj. Tomb of Sher Shah Suri is situated in. Options are Fatehpur, Sikri, Delhi, Sasaram or Agra. So it is a very good question. Try to find out the answer, guys. I guess the answer you are giving is quite right. So the answer of this question is Sasaram. So you can see in this picture the Sasaram. This is the tomb of Sher Shah Suri. So tomb of Sher Shah Suri is in Sasaram, town of Bihar in India. Sher Shah was responsible for greatly rebuilding and modernizing the Grand Trunk Road, earlier known as Uttar Path, the major artery which runs all the way from modern day Bangladesh to Afghanistan. The tomb was built in the memory of Emperor Sher Shah Suri, a Pathan from Bihar, who defeated the Mughal Empire and founded the Sur Empire in North India. The system of trimetallism, which came to characterize Mughal coinage, was introduced by Sher Shah. So these are some of the names of the rulers and their tombs. So Babur tomb is in Kabul. Earlier he was buried in Agra, but later on shifted to Kabul. Humayun's tomb is in Delhi. Akbar tomb is in Sikandra, Agra. Jahangir is in Shahadra, Lahore. Shah Jahan is in Agra, and Aurangzeb is in Aurangabad. So remember all these places and their tombs. And Bahadur Shah Zafar, his tomb is in Rangoon. Sur dynasty was founded by Sher Shah, who had ruled till options 1540 to 1545, 1535 to 1545, 1538 to 1545, 1530 to 1545. So try to find out the answer, guys. It is a good question. And I guess I just told you about this question in the last when I was explaining about Sher Shah Suri. So Sher Shah Suri, particularly, he ruled from 1540 to 1545. Sher Shah defeated the Mughal rulers Humayun in the Battle of Kannauj and laid the foundation of Sur dynasty. Sher Shah ruled from 1540 to 1545 AD. So remember his name. He was earlier known as Farid, also known as Sher Khan. He took the title of Sher Shah Suri in the Battle of Chausa when he defeated Humayun, and later on he gained control over the whole North Indian area. He is also known as the father of modern currency in India, and he was the one who particularly constructed the Uttar Path, and later on this road was known as GT Road. And if we talk about Sher Shah Suri, so he was the one who died in an explosion while he was on his accession of the Kalinjar fort. So remember his name, Sher Shah Suri. Sher Shah invaded Bengal and defeated Muhammad Shah in which year? 1358, 1583, 1540 or 1538. So try to find out the answer. This is a moderate question, guys. So guys, he defeated Humayun in 1539 and 1540. So obviously that means that Sher Shah invaded Bengal before that. So that is why the answer is 1538. 8. So in 1538, Sher Shah defeated Ghiyasuddin Mahmud Shah, who was the Sultan of Hussain Shahi dynasty of Bengal. So he gained control of Bengal. Humayun came to confront him, but he defeated Humayun in Chausa and Kannauj and forced Humayun to exile India. That is why Humayun remained in exile from India from 1540 to 1555. And later on he took the help of Safavid dynasty, and he got the help of Bairam Khan, who came with him and defeated Sikandar Shah, the descendant of Sher Shah Suri, in the Battle of Machhiwara and Battle of Sirin. And finally in 1555 Humayun gained control of Delhi once again. But once again he died in 1556 by falling from the stairs in particularly Sher Mandal Library. And after that, the second battle of Panipat was fought between Akbar, regent Bairam Khan, and Hemu Hemchandra Vikramaditya in 1556. After that, the Akbar era started from 1556 to 1605. So that is all about it. Remember all these things. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned a lot of things with me in this session and gained a lot of knowledge, and that will help you in your upcoming exams. I will meet you in the next session, in which we will talk more about this particular topic, and we will see that if we can help something with in enhancing our general knowledge, and we will also see the type of question that we can expect in the upcoming exams. And till the time we meet, bye bye, take care everyone, and see you soon, and thank you very much.